Hi, everybody. This is John Fanta with Fox Sports and the Big East Digital Network.
Hi, this is Brad Sham, voice of the Dallas Cowboys.
I'm Nicole Auerbach.
Kevin Kugler of Westwood One.
Hi, everybody. It's Pete Pranica of the Memphis Grizzlies and Fox Sports Southeast.
Hi, this is Chuck Swirsky with the Chicago Bulls, our flagship station, 670 The Score.
This is Kyle Peterson with ESPN.
This is Tom Hart at ESPN and the SEC Network. Thanks for tuning in to the Washington Sports Digital Network.
Well, good afternoon and welcome to Rab Rogers Field on the campus of Ouachita Baptist University for today's doubleheader, the Great American Conference doubleheader between the visiting East Central University Tigers and the Ouachita Tigers. As we welcome you into the Domino's game preview, Chris Babb here with you as we look to start Game 2 of this three-game series, Game 1 of today's doubleheader between Ouachita and East Central. The Gremlins got us again. You see the record there for East Central. 4-6 overall, 3-1 in GAC play. Ouachita 7-2 overall, 2-2 in GAC play. Game 1 yesterday went to Ouachita 6-2 behind a gem from Chase Oberly on the mound. 6-2 victory, 9 innings of work for Chase Oberly. 8 hits. Scattered those 8 hits through those 9 innings, 2 runs, both earned, 3 walks, 7 strikeouts, faced 36 batters through 111 pitches. And talking to Chase and pitching coach Dave Brown after the game, I said, "You really wanted that one, didn't you?" He said, "Yeah, we flirted with it for so long, and finally we're able to go out in the 9th inning and get the job done." So Ouachita wins Game 1. East Central will try to force a rubber match here in Game 2. And then we'll have Game 3 this afternoon somewhere around 3 o'clock. This is the Domino's game preview. Let's go ahead and take a look at the starting lineups for today's game. First of all, for the visiting East Central Tigers, a little bit different look, a little bit smaller look there for the Tiger starting lineup. They'll go Tyler Akers, Diego Sotelo. Christian Fernandez was not in the starting lineup yesterday for East Central. We'll tell you more about Fernandez as we get through the game. Ryan Strickland batting 4th and playing first base. Blake Seafelt batting 5th and get the start at designated hitter. Bryce Jackson batting 6th and playing third base for East Central. Logan Jeske, Mason Shimkus, and Donovan Noble round out the batting order for East Central. Grayson Christian gets the start on the mound for East Central. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for Ouachita. The batting order is somewhat the same, but a couple of little bit of differences in the lineup for the Tigers. Jaron Caesar, Cade Bowman, David Bull, the leadoff batters, 1, 2, 3. Caesar in center, Bowman right field, Bull first base. Bowman batting .393 on the season. Joseph Bolin, bat cleanup again, but he'll get the start at designated hitter. Connor Hill will bat 5th and play left field. Octavio Mendeville in the 6th hole, playing second base. Reagan Yeager gets the start again at third base, batting 7th. Freshman Hudson Waits gets the start behind the plate today at catcher. He'll bat 8th. And Reese McWilliams will bat 9th and play shortstop. The Tigers will go to lefty transfer from Louisiana Tech, Reese Torini from Little Rock, Arkansas, product of Little Rock Christian, to try to win the series here in Game 2. A lot of action around the Great American Conference. As always, it's a beautiful weekend. We'll take a look at elsewhere this weekend. We take a look at what happened yesterday in the conference. SWOSU got a 1-run win. You see a lot of close games for the most part around the conference. SWOSU defeats Harding in Game 1, 4-3. Southern Nazarene and Southern Arkansas played 2 yesterday in Magnolia. The Mule Riders came away with 1-run victories in both of those games. Arkansas Tech won on the road 6-4. Henderson State was up 5-4. We're up 3-0 early in the game, held a 5-4 lead, but Southeastern scored late to win and held off the Reddies in the bottom of the 9th to win that one 6-5. And then UAM with a 9-run victory over Oklahoma Baptist. All the series except for that Southern Nazarene and Southern Arkansas series will have a doubleheader today to finish it up. The Crimson Storm and Mule Riders will play Game 3 starting at 1 o'clock. The home plate meeting between Ouachita head coach Luke Howard and East Central head coach Kevin Paxson has concluded, and we're about ready for the starting lineups and national anthem. We'll hear those starting lineups again from Brian Ramsey, and then we'll pause for the national anthem.
Oklahoma, the East Central Tigers. Leading off like center field, number 11, Tyler Akers.
Batting second, playing second base, number 9, Diego Sotelo. Batting third, playing left field, number 40, Christian Fernandez. Batting fourth, playing first base, number 4, Ryan Strickland. Batting fifth, designated hitter, number 45, Blake Seabelt. Batting sixth, playing third base, number 10, Bryce Jackson. Batting seventh, playing right field, number 16, Logan Jeske. Batting eighth and catching, number 8, Mason Shimkus. Batting ninth, playing shortstop, number 3, Donovan Noble. Starting pitcher for East Central, number 54, Grayson Christian. And now the starting lineup for your Washita Tigers. Leading off playing center field, number 7, Jaron Cesar. Batting second, playing right field, number 24, Cade Bowman. Batting third, playing first base, number 5, David Bull. Batting fourth, designated hitter, number 16, Joseph Boland. Batting fifth, playing left field, number 11, Connor Hill. Batting sixth, playing second base, number 13, Octavio Mendoval. Batting seventh, playing third base, number 14, Reagan Yeager. Batting eighth and catching, number 2, Hudson Waits. Batting ninth, playing shortstop, number 4, Reese McWilliams. The starting pitcher for the Tigers, number 37, Reese Tarini. Fans, at this time, we invite you to please rise if you are able, as we honor America, those who serve it, with the playing of our national anthem.
Pre-game festivities have ended, and that brings the Domino's game preview to a close. Next time you're in town, we ask you to call Domino's. They'll deliver to the ballpark. I bet they would deliver. Give them your address. They'll deliver to the football stadium. You can have a nice warm pizza while you watch the Tiger baseball. Let's take a look at Reese Tarini, the starting pitcher for Washita. Tarini, a 5'11", 195-pound sophomore from Little Rock, Arkansas, graduated from Little Rock Christian and played at Louisiana Tech before transferring to Washita. This is Tarini's third appearance. Both of those games were starts, and he has pitched 8 2/3 innings, 16 hits, 6 runs, walked none, and struck out 4. And the Tigers will look to the lefty to get a solid start. And if they can get a solid start from Chase Oberly, a solid start from Reese Tarini each weekend, it bodes well in the GAC race. Yesterday we were able to have our updated GAC stats. Don't have those today, but Washita did move to 2-2 in the conference as they lost last week's series to Southeastern Oklahoma, who is also in town today. They're across the street at Henderson State University playing the Reddies. The Savage Storm got a win in Game 1 last night, 6-5. Ouachita moved to 2-2. Harding fell to 3-1. We mentioned that a little bit earlier. Their loss to Southwestern Oklahoma State. East Central fell to 3-1 with their loss to Ouachita yesterday. So early on in the GAC race. But each game is important, and especially as you go on through the season. Tyler Akers leads things off for the East Central Tigers, batting .324 on the season. Gets a start at center field. He was 1 for 3 yesterday with a run scored. Lots of lefties in this East Central lineup that we saw yesterday. There'll be a lot of lefty-on-lefty matchups. First pitch at 12:01 is a fastball outside. Beautiful day at Rab Rogers Field in Arkadelphia. 57 degrees. It'll warm up a little bit more. The 1-0 pitch catches the zone for strike one. One pitch misses. Let's set the defense for the Tigers again. Left to right around in the outfield. Connor Hill in left. Jaron Cesar in center. Cade Bowman in right. Get the infield to you after this. The 2-1 pitch misses for ball 3. Torini wanted that one. Left to right around the infield. Third base for the Ouachita. Reagan Yeager. Reese McWilliams at short. Octavio Mendenville at second. David Bull at first. 3-1 pitch, delayed call, gets the strike call. Battery for Ouachita today on the mound. We talked about Reese Torini. And behind the plate, Hudson Waits, the freshman from Fulshear, Texas. Swing and a miss on the 3-2 pitch, and Torini gets the first out via the strikeout. Diego Sotelo comes to the plate now for East Central. 5'9" junior from San Bernardino, California. Sotelo was 1 for 3 with an RBI yesterday. Struck out once. First pitch misses for ball 1. Swing and a ground ball to Bull. A flip over to Torini for the 3-1 put out for the second out of the inning. Having some trouble with our center field camera. See if we can get that signal back. That'll bring up Christian Fernandez. Fernandez did not start yesterday. 5'10" senior outfielder from Grand Prairie, Texas. Transfer from Clarendon College. There we go. First pitch swinging, turns on it. That's going to be a foul ball. Just barely foul down the line, about a foot or foot and a half. And so Torini ahead in the count, 0-1. Fernandez has 1 hit and 1 at-bat so far this season. This is his third game to play, first start. Fernandez getting the start in the left field yesterday. The 1-1 pitch. High strike zone so far. The purple and white clad Tigers wanted the previous pitch as a strike, said it was too low. East Central wanted that one as a ball, thought it was too high. The 1-2 pitch popped up. Hudson Waits gives chase, but does run almost out of real estate. That one drifted back directly straight down in front of the net. I don't think it hit the net before Waits had a chance to catch it. The 1-2 pitch, ground ball. McWilliams ranges to his left. Nice throw across to Bull, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base. We go to the bottom of the first. East Central 0, Ouachita coming to bat when we come back on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network presented by Taylor King Law.
Owned by OBU alumni, Java Primo is the official coffee house of Ouachita Tiger football. At Java Primo, amazing coffee is just the beginning. Try our great options at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and don't forget about our amazing desserts. Also, shop Java Primo's gift selection 24/7 online at javaprimo.com.
Go Tigers! Go Tigers!
I'm Attorney Taylor King. For years, you've heard us say we'll be on your side, by your side.
I'm Attorney Austin King. At Taylor King Law, we stand by that promise.
And I'm Attorney Maggie King Davis. I'm proud to be a part of a team of dedicated professionals who are prepared
to be on your side and by your side when you need us most.
If you've been injured, contact the Taylor King Law Firm.
And we, and more, will be on your side, by your side.
Bottom of the first here from Rab Rogers Field. Ouachita coming to the plate for the first time today, and the Tigers will face the righty Grayson Christian, a senior right-handed pitcher. 0-1 on the season, 5 innings pitched, 9 hits, 10 runs, all earned, has walked 6, struck out 2. Grayson Christian is a 6'6" graduate student from Azle, Texas, transferred from McNeese State University. And he'll face a Ouachita batting lineup that had 8 hits yesterday. A couple of multi-hit guys in that, 10 hits yesterday. A couple of multi-hit games for the Tigers. Jaron Cesar, Connor Hill, Octavio Mendeville each had 2 hits. The lineup for the Tigers today: Cesar, Kate will lead off. Cade Bowman batting second. David Bull bats third. If anybody reaches here in the bottom of the first, Joseph Bolin would come to the plate. Cesar comes to the plate, batting .367 on the season. First pitch, high and outside for ball 1. Bryce Jackson at third base, playing in on the grass, trying to cut something off and get have a chance to throw out Speedy Caesar, and trying to respect the fact that Cesar might square around and bunt like he did just then. 2-0 quickly the count to Jaron Cesar. The 2-1 pitch catches the zone for strike 1. We mentioned the standings. Arkansas Monticello all alone at 4-0 in the conference as we're into the second weekend of play. 2-1 pitch misses outside. Southern Arkansas a half game behind as the Mule Riders have already played 2 games this weekend. SAU's 4-1. 4 teams at 3-1. Harding, Southeastern, East Central, Arkansas Tech. Cesar fouls the 3-1 pitch off. SWASU at 2-1. I believe that might be inaccurate on the conference website, as they will have played 4 games now. Full count. Ball 4. It's a leadoff walk for Cesar. Cesar was 2 for 3 yesterday and walked. Cade Bowman to the plate. He was 1 for 3 yesterday with a walk and scored a run. Bowman had an RBI, a single to right field and scored in the first. As we wrap up to look at the standings, Ouachita alone at 2-2, and Oklahoma Baptist 1-3. Henderson State, Northwestern, Oklahoma State both 0-4, and Southern Nazarene is 0-5. Christian battles back to even the count at 1-1. First of two. Game 1 set for 9 innings. Game 2 scheduled for 7. It's a throwback to Cesar. He was picked off yesterday in one of our 2 coaches' challenges, plays that resulted in coaches' challenges. Both of the calls on the field were upheld or confirmed. Cesar breaks. The ball is high. Nice throw down to Cesar, and he gets under the tag. The right foot beat the tag as the tag was applied up around the chest area. And so it's a stolen base for Cesar. That is his 4th in as many tries on the season. He's second on the team in stolen bases. David Bull leads the team with 6. Bowman fouls that one out of the play. Count is 2-2. .330 down the lines at Rab Rogers Field. .370 in the alleys. Two high and inside, full count. Believe it's .390 to center field. It's not on the wall like the markings are for the alleys and the lines. Full count. Bowman stays alive. Talking to both coaches after the game, kind of a first time we've done the official review. They both liked it and thought it was served its purpose, didn't take too much time. Ouachita with a runner in scoring position with nobody out. Full count pitch, outside, ball 4. So 2 straight walks to start the first inning issued by Grayson Christian. And David Bull to the plate. Junior first baseman batting .275, .450 slugging, .725 OPS, 11 hits and 40 at-bats. He does have a double and 2 home runs, 3 RBIs. He has an RBI opportunity here. Nice job behind the plate. From Mason Shimkus. Runners go. The throw down to third might have been in time, but Jackson did not cleanly catch the ball and apply the tag, so it's a double steal. Ouachita got runs yesterday in the 4th inning, got 4 runs by applying pressure to East Central, and they have shown here in the 1st inning they're going to try to do the same if they have the opportunity. The 2-0 pitch misses low for ball 3. 2-1 is the count. My apologies. Coach Luke Howard calls time. So 2-1 is the count to Bull. I had it at 3-0, but it is 2-1. He signaled 2-1 with his fingers, and it's 2 balls, 1 strike on the board. Bull looks down to get a sign. Bottom of the 1st is obviously not critical, but anytime you have the opportunity, you want to get some runs home. Bull fouls that one down the third base line to even the count up. At 2-2, yep. Anytime you have runners at second and third with nobody out, you really want to get greedy and get both of those home, especially in the first, to try to get something on the board. Bull stays alive, fouls that one back to the net. Good battle between Christian and Bull. Two turns on, and that's going to be foul. Deep, but foul. Bull fouls it down the third base line again. Nice take by Bull as the breaking ball was too far out of the zone and the count is run full. Tap down the third base line again, and the Ouachita dugout and the fans are appreciating the effort. Big at-bat here early in the game. Battle between Christian and Bull. 3-2 pitch. Grounded through the left side and in. They're going to hold up Bowman at second with nobody out, so it's an RBI single from David Bull. And just an absolutely great AB from the junior first baseman. And Joseph Boland to the plate for the Tigers. Started at catcher yesterday. 1 for 2 with an RBI and a walk. Scored 1 run. He gets the start as DH today. East Central has a lot of pitchers on its roster, and most of them are in the bullpen right now. As that fastball is low and outside. Only one player has his warm-up jersey off. He's getting the arm loose with the bands on the fence. Looks like he might start the process. And now he does start throwing, or going through the motions. The 1-0 pitch to Boland. Strike one. Home plate umpire does have a high strike zone. Throw back to Bull. Ryan Dombrowski has started the process of loosening in the pen early. A 5'11 sophomore from Kennedale, Texas. Wind is blowing out to right. The 1-1 pitch, ground ball through the left side. Another RBI single for the Tigers. They're going station to station. It's an RBI single from Boland. They're just putting it where East Central defense is not. And that is all you have to do, and that's going to get a visit from the catcher and from assistant coach. I believe that's Landon Lord. He's going to go out and talk to Grayson Christian. Joseph Boland had an RBI single to left field in the bottom of the first yesterday. Another RBI single in the bottom of the first today to give Ouachita a 2-0 lead with nobody out. Connor Hill to the plate for Ouachita, standing in from the left side. Hill singled and actually had 2 singles yesterday. He was 2 for 4, 1 run scored. He was in the 8th inning. He was on second base when Ouachita tried to put manufacture a couple of runs, and he was thrown out at third on a sacrifice bunt attempt. Nice breaking ball from Christian, called strike one. Bull at second, Bolin at first. Hill drops the bunt. Nice bunt by Connor Hill to advance the runners on the 5-4 sacrifice bunt. Bull advances to third, Bolin to second. Octavio Mendeville had 2 hits yesterday for Ouachita, 2 for 4 with a run scored. He has 2 in scoring position. Breaking ball, first pitch taken for a called strike. A single to center field and then a bunt single for Octavio yesterday. Nice job by Shimkus of knocking that one down as Christian spiked that one into the turf off the mask of Mason Shimkus and stayed in front of the plate, keeping the runners from being able to advance. The 1-1 pitch is a breaking ball that catches the outside part of the plate for strike 2. So Christian is ahead in the count. The Tigers had a great AB with 2 strikes from David Bull 2 batters ago. He's at third base. The 1-2 pitch, shot to the right side. That's going to be enough to score a run for Octavio Mendeville. So a productive out, an RBI for junior second baseman. Bull scores, make it 3-0. All you really want is something to the right side with the second baseman playing back. There wasn't going to be a play at the plate. Now Bolin is 90 feet away, and this is where you'd like to get greedy if you're Ouachita. You got the 2 home when it was second and third with nobody out. Now you've got a runner at third with 2 out, and even though you scored 3, sure don't want to waste that opportunity out there. Reagan Yeager to the plate, the freshman third baseman, batting 7th in the Ouachita order. 1 for 2 yesterday. 2-0 the count now. 1 for 2 with 2 walks. He had an RBI and scored a run. Hudson waits on deck. He might not have to wait much longer. The count is 3-0. East Central does have that lefty in the bullpen starting to warm, Ryan Dombrowski. He is throwing off the mound now. 3-0 pitch is high for ball 4. So Yeager draws a 2-out walk. And Hudson Waits comes to the plate. Hudson Waits, 4 ABs on the season. He's 3 for 4 in those 4 ABs for .750 batting average. Probably the most memorable one was his first at-bat as a college hitter, where he had a pinch hit, go-ahead solo home run to lead off the 8th inning in Ouachita's 2-1 win over Fort Hays State. Waits getting the start at catcher today. Freshman from Fulshire, Texas, graduate of St. John the 23rd College Prep Academy. 1-0 pitch. Strike 1. The crowd doesn't like the high strike, but home plate umpire has been consistent with it through the first 11, 12 batters that have come to the plate. The 1-1 pitch, that's a breaking ball, catches the outside part of the plate for strike 2. Hudson Waits will have to protect. The 1-2 pitch. Delayed steal. It goes into center field, and Ouachita will score a 4th run. Believe the throw, it was It was a good throw from Shimkus. I think it caught all of the middle infield off guard. And the throw got away from Diego Sotelo into center field. The throw was in time. The tag would have been time. Yeager gets a stolen base, and now there's an RBI opportunity for Waits. 3-2 the count. So Ouachita goes for 4 runs here in the 4-0 Ouachita here in the bottom of the first. Waits stays alive. So the Tigers get the 4th run across as the ball went into center field. Waits gets called looking, but not before, and that's the 3rd out, but not before the Tigers score. Cesar, Bowman, Bull, and Bolin. 4 runs for the Tigers in the bottom of the first inning on 2 hits. 4 runs, 2 hits. There was 1 East Central error and 1 runner left on base. We've completed 1. Ouachita 4, East Central 0. Back for the second after this timeout.
If you want to win in every arena of college life, go D2. Make it yours.
NCAA athletes don't just compete, they make history. Representing our nation with pride and excellence, they bring home the hardware. Our college campuses serve as training grounds for the next generation of stars. Catch tomorrow's Olympians and Paralympians on the NCAA Championship stage today.
It was a productive first inning for Ouachita as they brought 8 batters to the plate. Lead 4-0 as we head to the top of the second. It'll be 4-5-6 for East Central. Ryan Strickland, Blake Seafelt, Price Jackson. Reese Torini back to the mound with a 4-run cushion. This is where you'd really like to shut East Central down after such a good half inning from your offense. The 1-1 pitch misses low for ball 2. Strickland 0 for 3 yesterday, had 1 RBI, struck out twice. 2-1 pitch right down the middle for strike 2. Swing and a miss. Hudson Waits catches it. In case he caught it on a hop, he wanted to tag Strickland to make sure. Strickland frustrated. Now to the plate, Blake Seafelt, 6'2" senior from Edmond, Oklahoma, transfer from Rose State College. Batting .286 on the season, 2 hits in 7 at-bats. Did not play yesterday. Swing and a miss on the first pitch he sees from Reese Torini. .41 pitches in the first inning for Grayson Christian. The The 1-1 pitch misses just inside. Outside for ball 3. So with 1 out in the second, Torini is in danger of allowing his first base runner today. Bounces back with a nice fastball down the middle for strike 2. Count is run full. Pop up in the infield. A mile high. David Bull calls off the infield and makes the catch.
Third baseman Bryce Jackson.
For the second out of the inning, I lost it off the bat, but I could just tell the sun is right in my eye to look up where that ball was, but I could tell by both Bull at first and McWilliams at second that was a mile high pop up in the infield. Bryce Jackson to the plate for East Central, the third baseman. Jackson 2 for 3 yesterday with a walk. The 0-1 pitch misses low for ball 1. Jackson was the only East Central batter to have more than 1 hit. The 1-1 pitch is outside for ball 2. Two-one pitch fouled back to the. Thought it was back to the net, but it was into Hudson Waits. So now 2s across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of 2. I'm going to say the ball hit the foot of Bryce Jackson. So Logan Jeske to the plate now with a runner on, 2 out. First base runner for East Central. Jeske batting in the 7 hole. Batting .343 on the season. 12 hits in 35 at bats. 1 for 4 yesterday against Chase Oberly. 1-0 pitch popped up. Bull gives chase to the first base dugout. So does Waits. The ball was playable, but Bull and Waits couldn't make the play. They both tapped their chest. The 1-1 pitch, check swing, and that's going to be the first base hit of the day, and it comes on a check swing from Logan Jeske.
Now by the catcher, Mason Shimkus.
That'll go down as a single to left field for Jeske when he was trying not to swing. Enough velocity on that fastball to put the pop-up just over the head of Reese McWilliams into no man's land in shallow left center field. So now Mason Shimkus to the plate with a runner in scoring position. So a hit by pitch on a 2-2 count and then a check swing single. Both with 2 outs have East Central in business here. Base hit away from getting its first run. Pop up in the right field. A shallow ball is going to drift over to right center. Jaron Cesar there to make the catch. He and Bowman were both there. They could have farkled for it by the time it came down and still could have been able to make the catch, but it is Cesar who makes the catch for the third out of the inning. So for East Central, no runs on 1 hit, no Ouachita errors, and 2 runners left on base. Go to the bottom of the second. Ouachita will try to add to a 4-0 lead when we come back after this timeout.
I'm Rex Horn, the Interim Executive Director of the Arkansas Baptist State Convention, and today I'm joined by my friend Dylan, who's an attorney with the Arkansas Baptist Foundation, with an important word for you.
The foundation is here to help you support your Ouachita Tigers. If you'd like to create an estate plan that supports Ouachita and its mission, or learn about other giving opportunities, please contact us using the information below.
Ouachita brings the 9-1-2 hitters to the plate here in the bottom of the second, trying to add to a 4-0 lead. The Java Primo game recap as we are 35 minutes into this one here in the bottom of the second inning. East Central, no runs on 1 hit and committed 1 error. Ouachita with 4 runs on 2 hits, no errors for the home Tigers. For Ouachita, 9-1-2. Reese McWilliams, Jaron Cesar, Cade Bowman. McWilliams trying to be a good leadoff spot from that 9-hole, and he is. First pitch swinging, hot shot into left field past the reach of Price Jackson. So Reese McWilliams starts out the second inning, kind of keeps it going. The Tigers had 4 runs just on 2 hits in that inning. There were 3 walks issued, 2 of those scored. The Tigers manufactured a couple of those runs, put runners in scoring position. The bats did the rest of the work. Jaron Cesar to the plate for the Tigers with nobody out. He walked and scored in the first. He did steal second base. Jackson still in on the grass at third. The 0-1 pitch, you kind of have to play Cesar there. If you're the third baseman, because you stay back, you'll drop one down and you're not going to be able to throw him out as much speed as he has. Throw back to first, kind of a courtesy throw. McWilliams back without a tag. So Jackson, you see him there in on the grass, which if Cesar can get a hot shot through the left side, good chance of that one getting into the outfield. Trying to keep McWilliams close. The Tigers have not stolen a ton of bases this year, but they had 3 in the first inning. Cesar dropped his hand like he was going to bunt. Had to pull that one back. Pulled that one back easily because off the release from Christian, you could tell that one was going to be high and outside. Just lost the release point of that breaking ball. The runner goes high and outside. The throw down is too high into center field. And Reese McWilliams has a stolen base and then will advance to third. So that is the 4th stolen base of the day for Ouachita. They had a double steal in addition to Cesar's steal. Now the infield will come in with McWilliams at third and nobody out. 3-1. Big swing from Cesar, and he would have been on first base if he holds off on that one, but he wanted to make something happen, and now he'll have to change the approach. Shoot it through the left side, wait a little bit, see it late. Or the right side. The infield was playing in, and so Diego Sotelo was able to retire Cesar on the 4-3 put out and keep McWilliams at third. Infield will stay in with Bowman at the plate. McWilliams at third with less than 2 outs. Breaking ball. Catches the outside part of the plate. Bowman, just like Cesar, Walton scored in the first inning. Bowman has 9 RBI on the season to lead the Tigers. Nice job by Shimkus behind the plate of keeping that breaking ball in front of him. Bowman and Bolin. Well, I guess Bolin leads the way. No, Bull had the RBI. Bolin did as well. So Bolin leads the way now with 10. Bowman trying to catch up to him with a base hit here. Upstairs for ball 2. Two one pitch, took something off of that one, and Bowman swung over it. .50 pitches for Christian in the first 1 2/3 innings. That was a big strikeout by Grayson Christian. That is his second one of the day. First swinging. Now the infield will drop back, and David Bull will have to find a hole to score a run. It's a high fly ball into right field, and it looks like Christian's going to get out of the inning, and he does on the F9. So the Tigers get a leadoff single. McWilliams gets to third after the stolen base and the error on the throw. But Ouachita cannot get that run home. Mark that one. So no runs on one hit. There was one East Central error and one Ouachita runner stranded on base. We've completed 2. Ouachita 4, East Central 0. Back for the third after this timeout.
Whether you realize it or not, you see the work of bats and signs all around Arkadelphia. When you see the Badger equipment trailer on the way to a Badger game, Bats and Signs did that. When you're watching the Badgers, Tigers, or Reddies and see the signage that just really makes their facilities pop, Bats and Signs did that too. You see the signage in downtown Arkadelphia, on the campuses of Ouachita and Henderson, or the sign in your neighbor's yard supporting a candidate or their favorite Badger? Yep, Bats and Sign did that too. Longtime residents and supporters of all things Arkadelphia called Mark, Jared, Chris, or Ryan at Bats and Signs today to see what they can do for you.
That's a timeout on betting. It completely changed the game, and you didn't even notice. Let me break it down for you. Betting ads are applying full court pressure and getting you to play the game. Many of you are falling for it and losing big money. Addiction is happening in some more than others. Now players are getting harassed by bettors. And we all know that's not how the game is won. So it's on us to be good teammates and draw the line to stay ahead of betting consequences.
Donovan Now we're back in. When you have to push buttons in order to make it work, you have to see the right color. It's kind of hard to tell what color it is when the sun's shining on. I believe we're back now. Donovan Noble leads things off for East Central. 9-1-2 for Kevin Paxson's squad. Third year's the skipper at East Central. 2-1 pitch, a high fly ball to the left field. Connor Hill drifts back. He's at the track and can't make the catch. It goes over his head. So it is a leadoff double for DJ Noble. Tell off the bat. That had some distance to it. Connor Hill drifted back. Off the bat, I thought it might have a chance of getting out of here, but it did not. But Hill couldn't make the catch at the wall, and so it's a leadoff double. Second hit of the day for East Central. So now Torini will have to work around runners in scoring position. Back to the top of the order, and Tyler Akers struck out in the first inning, just as you saw Ouachita do offensively when they got runners on. East Central squared around a bunt, try to manufacture something, and Torini is in the hole 0-2. It's a nice bunt. Torini's going to have to make a strong throw, and he is safe. The throw across the diamond. The tag is made in time. We may have a review of this one. The assistant coach for East Central is signaling that he wants a review. Don't know if the head coach is saying it yet or not, unless he made it just that quickly as well. So we'll wait and see. The the umpires are meeting in front of the plate, or the mound. So Akers reaches on a bunt, and they are going to review this one. So maybe we're going to have a double review. We may have to look at the play at first and third possibly. So East Central definitely wants a review at third. Believe that might be all we have, but we'll take a break. And when we come back, we'll have the officials, the umpires, result of the review when we come back on the Washita Sports Digital Network presented by Taylor King Law.
At Capital Technology Group, we make your technology our priority. Our team of experts can become your outsourced IT department, solving problems even before you know about them. We provide and maintain everything from servers and network infrastructure, printers and digital copies. As a family business with over 80 years of history in Little Rock, you can trust Capital Technology Group to be your business technology partner. If you're ready to get your IT in order, visit captg.com and sign up for a free consultation. At Capital Technology Group, we make your technology our priority. Our team of experts can become your outsourced IT department, solving problems even before you know about them. We provide and maintain everything from servers and network infrastructure, printers and digital copies. As a family business with over 80 years of history in Little Rock, you can trust Capital Technology Group to be your business technology partner. If you're ready to get your IT in order, visit captg.com and sign up for a free consultation.
On campuses nationwide, the NCAA is making transformative changes for student athletes. While they pursue their biggest dreams, we're launching new initiatives to help them. Life-changing education opportunities are just the start. The NCAA is providing enhanced mental health services. We're guaranteeing scholarships and tuition and expanding access to healthcare. Visit ncaa.org/change to learn more.
I've heard people say Ouachita. Wichita. Ouachita.
Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Washita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Washita.
Washita. Washita.
How would you pronounce it? Washita.
It's Washita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Washita, people. It's Washita.
Washita.
Back to action here at Rab Rogers Field as the video review decision has come. The call at third was the one that was challenged, and so that call was upheld. So Noble is out on the 3-5 for the first out. The tag by Reagan Yeager. Akers reaches on the bunt. Coach Luke Howard calls time and goes to the mound to talk to his infield and battery. Umpire breaks up the visit, and we are about ready back for action. So to recap what's happened here in the top of the third inning, Donovan Noble led off with a double to left center field. Akers bunt. I guess he got a bad break on it, and so the throw was not in time to first. So Akers was safe, but David Bull threw across to Yeager at third base to tag out Noble. And now Sotellos's to the plate with one out and a runner on first. Fastball strike, called strike from Torini. Lefty on lefty matchup. Sotelo at the back of the box. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Sotelo grounded out to Bull at first base as he flipped over to Torini. For the second out of the first inning, the 0-2 pitch. Grounded ball to Bull. Fields not going to have time to make the throw down, so Akers reaches second. Sotelo retired on the 3 unassisted that time for the second out of the inning. And now to the plate is Christian Fernandez, who grounded out to McWilliams at shortstop to end the first. Torini had him fooled on that one as the bat was about 8 inches away from coming up with that, making contact with the ball on that pitch. The 0-1 pitch, lazy fly ball into left field. Connor Hill jogs up about 7 or 8 feet, or steps, and makes the catch for the third out of the inning on the F7. So there were no runs on one hit, one Washita error, and one runner left on base. We go to the bottom of the third. Washita 4, East Central 0. Back after this timeout.
Owned by OBU alumni, Java Primo is the official coffee house of Washita Tiger football. At Java Primo, amazing coffee is just the beginning. Try our great options at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and don't forget about our amazing desserts. Also, shop Java Primo's gift selection 24/7 online at javaprimo.com.
Go Tigers! Go Tigers!
I'm Attorney Taylor King. For years, you've heard us say we'll be on your side, by your side.
I'm Attorney Austin King, At Taylor King Law, we stand by that promise.
And I'm attorney Maggie King Davis. I'm proud to be a part of a team of dedicated professionals who are prepared
to be on your side and by your side when you need us most.
If you've been injured, contact the Taylor King Law Firm.
And we and more will be on your side, by your side.
We go to the bottom of the third inning. Ouachita trying to add to the 4-0 lead. It'll be 4-5-6 for the Tigers. Joseph Boland, Connor Hill, Octavio Mendeville. Grayson Christian still in the game for East Central. Had a rough first inning, but worked around a leadoff single in the second from Reese McWilliams to retire the next three batters for Ouachita. The 1-0 pitch catches the zone for strike one. The 1-1 pitch fouled out of play. As we mentioned yesterday, when you're hosting a team in baseball, that means your softball team is on the road at that place, and so the Ouachita softball team is in Ada playing East Central. Ouachita had a win in Game 1 last night. 3 home runs for the Ouachita offense. Big one in the first inning from Emily Reed. Boland, nice take on the 1-2. We'll try to bring you updated scores from around the conference. A 2-2 to Boland. High fly ball into center field, but Tyler Akers hadn't played perfectly. And Boland is retired on the F8 for out number 1. Top of the fourth across the street in Game 1. Henderson State leads Southeastern Oklahoma. Dawson Goins on the mound for the Reddies. Jacob Ambries on the mound for Southeastern. That's in the top of the fourth. Henderson State with a 1-0 lead, and the Savage Storm have runners on first and second. Connor Hill to the plate for Ouachita. The 1-0 pitch. Big swing and a miss from Hill. He had a sacrifice bunt in the first inning. Squares around to bunt. This time pulls it back for ball 2. Arkansas Tech and Northwestern also playing right now in Game 2 of their series. The 2-1 fouled back to the net. Oklahoma Baptist at UAM also underway. The last early start is Southern Naz at Southern Arkansas. That's Game 3 of that series. The 2-2 to Hill. This is for ball 3. Full count with 1 out. The 3-2 pitch shot through the left side, opposite field single from Connor Hill. Tigers like to go the opposite way. Cade Bowman's done it a few times. Cesar, Connor Hill. Reese McWilliams pulled a single into left field, but there's a lot of room on that left side with Price Jackson playing up most of the time. Octavio Mendeville had an RBI ground out in the first inning. He bats with one on and one out. That is Connor Hill. Mendeville fouls that one back. In Weatherford, Oklahoma, the top of the fourth with nobody out. Harding leads SWOSU 1-0. Harding got a run in the second. Throwback to Hill. Would have gotten away, but it caught the leg of the umpire. Arkansas Tech is in Alva, Oklahoma, facing the Rangers, facing Northwestern Oklahoma State. The Rangers lead 3-2 in the top of the fourth with nobody out. The 0-1 shot into right field. Is it going to get down? It's not. Connor Hill has to wait a little bit. He does get back before right fielder Logan Jeske is able to throw him out. But it was a nice throw by Jeske. Two outs now for Reagan Yeager. So far in the first game in 3 innings for Ouachita, it's been the big inning. 4 runs in the 4th inning yesterday, provided 4 of the 6 runs. Today it was a 4-run first. Grayson Christian has settled down. A 1-0 pitch catches the zone for strike one. Right around 70 pitches for Grayson Christian. '66 graduate student, transfer from McNeese State University. East Central roster heavy of Texas and Oklahoma. Ouachita roster heavy with Texas and Arkansas products. Hill breaks. Hit and run situation, and Yeager fouls that one out of play. High sky today, no clouds in the sky at all. They've been burned away by the sun. There is a haze in the air. The 1-2 pitch misses for ball 2. Hill didn't get a great read on it, so he might have tried to take off. Twos across the board. Runner breaks. Ball 3. Throw down to second is high. And Connor Hill gets under the tag. Another stolen base for Ouachita. 5th of the day, I believe, for Ouachita. They came into today's game with 12 stolen bases on 14 attempts. 2-out walk issued by Christian to Yeager. And that's going to be the day for Grayson Christian. So he gets through 2 2/3. He's still responsible for the 2 runners on deck. They've made the call to the bullpen, and we'll tell you about Ryan Dombrowski, the reliever for East Central, when we come back after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
If If you want to win in every arena of college life, go D2. Make it yours.
NCAA athletes don't just compete, they make history. Representing our nation with pride and excellence, they bring home the hardware. Our college campuses serve as training grounds for the next generation of stars. Catch tomorrow's Olympians and Paralympians on the NCAA Championship stage today.
There you get a look at Ryan Dombrowski, the relief pitcher for East Central, 5'11" sophomore from Kennedale, Texas. On the season, Dombrowski is one of a fleet of East Central pitchers who have seen action. This will be the third appearance for Dombrowski. He's 1-0, 8 innings pitched, 4 hits, 4 runs, but only one of those is earned. His ERA is 1.13. He's walked 4 and struck out 12, giving up a double and a triple. Opponents are batting 143 off of the sophomore lefty, Ryan Dombrowski. He inherits runners at first and second with 2 outs, and Hudson waits at the plate. First pitch swinging. Waits fouls that one back. A little more velocity from Dombrowski. The 0-1 pitch, the runners go. Hudson Waite stood his ground, and the runners were able to advance without a throw. Home plate umpire indicating that Waits did nothing wrong, did not commit interference because he was still in the box. Waits was looking down at his feet, saying, yeah, I was pretty still. So the 1-1 popped out of play for strike 2. RBI opportunity for the freshman. 2 ducks on the pond, and a base hit would most likely score both of them as they would be off on contact. Big pitch here for Dombrowski. 1-2 swing and a miss, strike 3. And Dombrowski trying to give his team a little bit of excitement, trying to rev up the batteries of the Tigers in the visiting dugout. So Ryan Dombrowski comes on and cleans up the damage, cleans up the mess that was on the bases. The Tigers Ouachita get no runs on 1 hit. There were no East Central errors and 2 Tigers left on base. They've stranded 4 today, but they lead 4-0. Reese Torini back for the 4th after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network presented by Taylor King Law.
I'm Rex Horn, the Interim Executive Director of the Arkansas Baptist State Convention, and today I'm joined by my friend Dylan, who's an attorney with the Arkansas Baptist Foundation, with an important word for you.
The foundation is here to help you support your Ouachita Tigers. If you'd like to create an estate plan that supports Ouachita and its mission, or learn about other giving opportunities, please contact us using the information below.
At Berry & Turnage, we specialize in bringing the law to your corner. We are dedicated to understanding what results you want and to helping you understand what actions we can take on your behalf. With over 30 years of experience and a proven track record of success, Berry & Turnage is here to lead you down a path to the results you need. We will work with you every step of the way to make sure that you understand the choices you are making and feel empowered to make them. Berry & Turnage. Serious injuries require serious attorneys.
It'll be 4-5-6 for East Central. Ryan Strickland, Blake Seafelt, and Price Jackson as we start the fourth inning from Rab Rogers Field. Strickland 0 for 1 against Torini. Struck out to lead off the second inning. Reese Torini starting his fourth inning of work, 47 pitches through 3 innings. The 1-0 pitch taken for a called strike one. Nobody in the Ouachita bullpen. Fouled back, 1-2. Talked about the number of pitchers on the East Central stats. 22 pitchers have seen action this season. Ground ball, McWilliams ranges to his left. Strong throw across the diamond. And Strickland is retired on the 6-3 putout for the first out. Sorry, I was wrong. It's 23. 23 pitchers have seen action this season in the first 10 games for East Central. That's a lot of pitchers on a roster. First pitch swinging from Seafelt. He fouls that one out of play. Connor Hill gives chase, but he's not going to be able to catch that ball when it lands in front of the field house, that far foul. Blake Seafelt, a 6'2 senior from Edmond, Oklahoma. Mentioned he did not play in yesterday's game one. It's a shot under the glove of Yeager, and Seafelt's looking for 2. Makes the turn. It's going to be a 1-out double for Blake Seafelt.
Third baseman Price Jackson.
So Seafelt's double, his first on the season. Third hit in 9 at-bats for Seafelt. Price Jackson to the plate. Pops that one out of play behind us. On your screen there, if you're not familiar with the Ouachita campus, on the left is a couple of the football practice fields. On the right is the Craig and Kim Ward tennis facility. The 0-1 pitch, a grounder. McWilliams sits back. They're going to have a chance to get him, but it's a thrown into right field. McWilliams chose to go back to second to get Seafelt as he was going back to second instead of throwing across to get the second out. So now East Central has something going. That's the first error of the day on Ouachita. Said they had one earlier, but no, that is the first error. So I believe that's the first error of the weekend. Logan Jeske, so the bottom part of the East Central order, can try to get something done against Reese Torini. Jeske singled to left field in the second. The 0-1 pitch. Single to left field, and so the error does cost the Tigers, as it would have been first and third most likely with 2 outs and nobody home. Instead, Seafelt scores. Jackson is at second, and Jeske is at first with the RBI single to center, his second of the game. Pop-up or high fly ball into center field. Jaron Cesar makes the catch. Jackson not able to advance, so that's the second out of the inning. Torini will try to limit the damage, but it's going to be tough because Donovan Noble is a good 9-hole hitter, like a second leadoff. Noble doubled to left center over the glove of Connor Hill in the third. He was stranded. He was thrown out at third, but he has a chance with a base hit here to cut this lead to 2. Nice job by Waits behind the plate of getting in front of that one. The 1-0 pitch misses also for ball 2. Big at bat here for Noble. Big batter for Torini. Still nobody in the Ouachita bullpen. Torini still below, right at 60 pitches. The 2-0 pitch fouled off of the leg of Noble. 2-1 now the count. Torini wheels around. Jackson with a good read out there at second base. Two on, two out, 2-1 count. 2-2 now. As Noble fouls that one down the third base line. Reese Torini, the sophomore transfer from Louisiana Tech, native of Little Rock, graduated from Little Rock Christian. The 2-2 pitch. High fly ball into center field. Cesar, is he going to be able to make the catch? He is not, and that is going to be a 2-out, 2 RBI double, possibly a triple. It is going to draw a throw from McWilliams, but it is not in time, and Donovan Noble has a triple and a double to his name. And he brings this one to 4-3. So now East Central in the spot where Ouachita was earlier with a crooked number in an inning, a runner on third with 2 outs. Now they want to be greedy and try to tie this game. Donovan Noble, a double and a triple in back-to-back innings for East Central. Kind of the same spot. Hot shot to Mendeville. Nice job of playing on 2 hops and makes the throw to retire Akers for the third out of the inning, but not before East Central has 3 hits in the inning, and 2 of them were extra base hits. A double, a single, and a triple. 3 runs on 2 hits. There was 1 Ouachita error and 1 East Central Tiger left on base. We go to the bottom of the 4th. East Central gets 3. Tigers will try to respond when we come back on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
I've heard people say Ouachita.
Ouachita.
Achita.
Ouachita. Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Ouachita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Ouachita.
Ouachita. Ouachita.
How would you pronounce it?
Ouachita.
Ouachita.
It's Ouachita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Ouachita, people. It's Ouachita.
Ouachita.
Owned by OBU alumni, Java Primo is the official coffee house of Ouachita Tiger football. At Java Primo, amazing coffee is just the beginning. Try our great options at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and don't forget about our amazing desserts. Also, shop Java Primo's gift selection 24/7 online at javaprimo.com.
Go Tigers! Go Tigers!
Reese McWilliams will lead things off for Ouachita in the bottom of the 4th as they'll try to get some of those runs back that East Central got in the top of the 3rd. McWilliams singled to left field in the 2nd as the leadoff batter, and he leads off here in the 4th. Did not check his swing. Strike 1 on the senior from Little Rock, graduate of Little Rock Catholic. Played at Crowder College before he came to Ouachita 2 years ago. The 0-1 tapped back over the catcher and umpire. Oh, 2 pitch. McWilliams stays alive. Well, Ryan Dombrowski came in a big spot in the last half inning, was able to strand 2 Ouachita base runners, and that led to 3 runs in the 4th for East Central. The 0-2 pitch. McWilliams stays alive. That one got high and in, and McWilliams stayed alive and fouled it out of play. Dombrowski frustrated with himself on that one. One-two pitch. Fouled out of play, and McWilliams stays alive yet again. It's a foul ball down the left field line. Is he going to have room? He does not. Nice chase by Price Jackson. Third base leans over the cinder block wall, but it was too far foul. Umpire and third base umpire and his shortstop, DJ Noble, making sure Jackson's good after leaning into. He didn't run hard into the cinder block wall. He was feeling for it. He knew it was there. The 1-2 pitch outside for ball 2. Good AB here from Reese McWilliams as the Tigers of Ouachita need to try to get something going. They've not been able to do much since that first inning. They'd like to scratch a run across, get at least one back. The 2-2 pitch. McWilliams fouls another one. Spoils that pitch from Dombrowski. We do have some action in the Ouachita bullpen as the pitcher is starting to loosen. That's Austin Bagnall. McWilliams, fly ball down the right field line, giving chase, and nice play in right field by Logan Jeske. That was in foul territory, and Jeske made the catch. So a good battle there between Dombrowski, and McWilliams. Back to the top of the order for Ouachita. Jared and Cesar. 0 for 1 with a walk. Dombrowski handcuffed him and fouled that one back to the net. Cesar squares around a bunt. Mason Shimkus gave a valiant effort of trying to catch that pop up. Cesar got the barrel down and popped the bunt up and just out of the reach of Shimkus. Credit to Dombrowski and Jackson at pitcher and short respectively. for their hustle as well. The 0-2 pitch, fouled out of play. So the Tiger batter's not able to get anything solid so far on Dombrowski, but they have spoiled some pitches. It is an intense sun here at Rab Rogers Field today. Shot into right field. Cesar turned on that one and shot it through the right side between Strickland and Sotelo. So the lefty turns on that one and puts a line drive into right field to bring up Cade Bowman. 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Productive at the plate in the last week for the Tigers. He and Cesar went back-to-back singles yesterday. And he pops that one up into right field. Jeske comes in about 3 steps and makes the catch for the second out of the inning. David Bull, RBI single in the first, flew out to right field in the second inning, came into today's game batting .275. 11 hits and 40 at-bats, 1 double, 2 home runs, 3 RBIs. Has not been a home run yet in this series. Bull turns on that one and sharply puts it into the field house, baseball coach's offices, above the door of assistant coach Dave Brown. That's where our review central is set up, where the umpires go in and communicate with the video crew in the press box. The 0-1 pitch, low for ball 1. Ouachita with 9 home runs on the season. East Central only with 2. 1 from Joey Allen, who played yesterday, not today, and 1 from Donovan Noble. You can see that. The 1-1 pitch is popped up in the infield. Bryce Jackson calls off Noble and makes the catch of that Major League pop-up. And Dombrowski still has the Tigers kind of guessing and trying to fire up the dugout and get East Central bats going, and so they can try to tie this or take the lead as we head to the 5th inning. Ouachita 4, East Central 3. Back after this timeout.
I'm attorney Taylor King. For years, you've heard us say we'll be on your side, by your side.
I'm attorney Austin King. At Taylor King Law, we stand by that promise.
And I'm attorney Maggie King Davis. I'm proud to be a part of a team of dedicated professionals who are prepared
to be on your side and by your side when you need us most.
If you've been injured, contact the Taylor King Law Firm.
And we, and more, will be on your side, by your side.
If you want to win in every arena of college life, go D2. Make it yours.
Reese Torini back for his 5th inning of work. 64 pitches through 4 innings for the sophomore lefty. 2-3-4 here to start the 5th inning for East Central. Diego Sotelo, Christian Fernandez, Ryan Strickland. First pitch is low, gets a nod from Torini. Comes back with a fastball for a strike. Bull catches it on a hop, fields it before it takes the second hop and steps on
left fielder Christian Fernandez.
First base. So Sotelo grounded out to grounded out to Bull. Bull flipped to Torini in the first inning for the 3-1. He had a 3 unassisted in the third and now another 3 unassisted in the fifth. Fernandez 0 for 2. Ground out to shortstop in the first. Flew out to left field in the third. Fernandez had 1 hit and 1 at bat coming into today's game. Nice breaking ball. Catches the outside part of the plate. The lefty started that one over the chalk and got it to curve back in and catch enough of the plate for strike 2. So Fernandez in the hole 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Fernandez is the second out of the inning, and Ryan Strickland to the plate, 0 for 2. Strickland wants to get something going. Batting .417 coming into today's game, but that's after an 0 for 3 effort yesterday, and he's 0 for 2 today. Ground ball to McWilliams. Wasn't a ground ball, it was a line drive that McWilliams had to catch with his body. That's going to go as a hit, so Strickland does get his first hit.
Designated hitter Blake Seafeld.
Well, Strickland hit the ball hard. It was right at McWilliams, but it was too hard. It took a hop, and McWilliams had to body it up to keep it in the infield. So a 1-out infield single for Strickland brings up Seafeld, who doubled and scored last inning. He had that double to left field down the line under the glove of Yeager. He popped up to Bull in the second. That was a hot shot into the dugout. Nice matrix moves by a few of the players, and Assistant Athletic Director for Athletic Training Ashley Harris. The 0-2 pitch upstairs. Torini went upstairs to try to get Seafelt to offer, but he did not. One, two outs, runner on first. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and it's 2 strikeouts in the inning for Reese Torini. So for East Central in the 5th, no runs on 1 hit, no Ouachita errors, 1 runner left on base. We go to the bottom of the 5th, Ouachita with a 1-run lead when we come back on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network presented by Taylor King Law.
NCAA athletes don't just compete, they make history. Representing our nation with pride and excellence, they bring home the hardware. Our college campuses serve as training grounds for the next generation of stars. Catch tomorrow's Olympians and Paralympians on the NCAA Championship stage today.
I'm Rex Horn, the Interim Executive Director of the Arkansas Baptist State Convention, and today I'm joined by my friend Dylan, who's an attorney with the Arkansas Baptist Foundation, with an important word for you.
The foundation is here to help you support your Ouachita Tigers. If you'd like to create an estate plan that supports Ouachita and its mission, or learn about other giving opportunities, please contact us using the information below.
Joseph Boland leads things off for Ouachita in the 5th inning. 4, 5, 6 for the Tigers. Bolin, Hill, Mendeville against Ryan Dombrowski. Bolin 1 for 2 with an RBI so far today. Dombrowski came in with 2 outs in the third. Has faced 5 Tigers and only allowed 1 base runner. Oh, 1 misses low. Told you about other games going on in the conference. Henderson State leads Southeastern Oklahoma State across the street. Literally across 2 streets, I guess, if you're talking about baseball. If it had been softball, it literally would have been across the street. Henderson leads the Savage Storm 3-0 in the top of the 6th. Arkansas Tech leads Northwestern 6-3 in the top of the 6th. That's game 1 of the doubleheader out there. 2-1 pitch. Joseph Bolin, a high fly ball to left field. It's going to hang in the air, and it is, a collision in left field between Fernandez and Akers, and that is going to be an inside the park home run for Bolin, but that is not what is the important part right now, as Fernandez and Akers collided with each other. The entire team, other than Dombrowski and Shimkus, are out there with them, along with athletic trainers from both teams. East Central head coach Kevin Paxson makes his way out there, and so we're going to take a break as they tend to Fernandez and Akers. And let's stay here. It looks like both are getting up. Fernandez gets up. Akers was already up, and nice hand from the crowd. Now that they're standing up, it's good to infielders are making their way back out to, or back to their positions, and good to see Akers and Fernandez okay, as the athletic trainers and head coach Paxson are all walking away. The ball was basically just left out there until just then because they knew that Bolin was going to score. Now the ball's being thrown back into Dombrowski. It was a nice hit from Bolin, just right in the left center field gap. Now Akers and Fernandez out there talking to each other, making sure they're all good. Another hand from the crowd. Dombrowski will take a couple of warm-up pitches, and it's good to see Fernandez walking back to left field. The Ouachita bullpen checks on him. He gives them the thumbs up. Nice to see that between the two teams. The East Central bullpen giving Akers a hand as he makes his way back to center field. Just glad to see that we're back to action with Akers and Fernandez still out there, as that was a pretty solid collision in left center field. Connor Hill to the plate, first pitch swinging, 2-hopper to Strickland at first for the first out of the inning. In all that, the Tigers of Ouachita extend the lead to 5-3. Extend the lead to 5-3 on Joseph Bolin's, which will go down as an inside the Parker, go down as a home run. Octavio Mendival to the plate with one out. Be excited in a few minutes, hopefully, to be joined by a former Tiger. The 1-0 pitch is outside. .30 pitch. That's a ground ball. Nice job by Noble of ranging, but the throw is a short hop, and it was off of the back foot, and Noble kind of had a weird release point as that one skipped over to Strickland, skips into the wall, and so they'll replace the ball.
Now batting third baseman, Reagan Yeager.
Reagan Yeager to the plate. That did go down as an error. It's the third East Central error of the game. A throwback from Dombrowski, the lefty. Yeager fouls that one out of play. 0-2 the count. Believe, hopefully, if technology allows us, we'll be able to talk to former Tiger pitcher Cooper Timmons. Join us on the broadcast. That's the goal here, maybe in the sixth inning. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Dombrowski took some off of that one, and Yeager goes down swinging.
Now batting the catcher, Hudson Waits.
Hudson Waits to the plate, batting in the 8th hole for Ouachita today. First pitch swinging. Trying to get on base for the first time today is the freshman from Fulshear, Texas. Big cut at that one. Comes up empty. Dombrowski trying to get out of this inning after giving up the one run that came on the long fly ball to left center that Fernandez and Akers collided on. It ended up being a home run. Dombrowski is going to have to change his device to be able to get the right pitch. Doesn't count as a timeout because he was having to replace the device. The 1-2 pitch. High fly ball, jammed him though, and Fernandez is going to have to come and make chase, and nice job of tracking that one down by Fernandez for the third out of the inning. So the Tigers do get one on Boland's hit that ended up being the inside of the Parker after the collision in the outfield, but other than that, the Tigers can't get one across. There was one run on one hit. There was one East Central error, and nobody left on base. We've completed 5. Ouachita 5, East Central 3. Back to Rab Rogers after this timeout for the 6th.
On campuses nationwide, the NCAA is making transformative changes for student athletes. While they pursue their biggest dreams, we're launching new initiatives to help them. Life-changing education opportunities are just the start. The NCAA is providing enhanced mental health services. We're guaranteeing scholarships and tuition and expanding access to healthcare. Visit ncaa.org/change to learn more.
Go to the top of the sixth. New pitcher for the Tigers as the day for Reese Torini will come to an end after 5 complete innings. The relief pitcher will be Austin Bagnall, a 5'11", 180-pound senior from Louisville, Texas. Graduate of Paris Episcopal and transfer from Butler Community College. Another defensive change. Joseph Boland comes in to catch from his DH spot. And we'll see who goes in the batting order. Excuse me, when the 8-hole comes back around. The Tigers will have, of Ouachita, will have 9, 1, and 2 when they bat in the bottom of the 6th. For East Central, 6, 7, 8, Price Jackson, Logan Jeske, Mason Shimkus. The bottom half of the order for East Central is what has done the damage and gotten those 3 runs in the 4th inning. Seafelt in the 5-hole had a double. Jackson reached and scored. Jackson reached on a fielder's choice. Jeske singled and scored. Those are the 5, 6, 7 batters. One count from Bagnall to Jackson. Breaking ball into right field. Cade Bowman measures it and makes a catch in right field. And so Jackson is retired on the lazy fly ball to Bowman in right field. The Java Primo game recap. Tigers, gotta quit saying Tigers. Ouachita got 4 runs in the bottom of the 1st. East Central's 3 runs came in the top of the 4th. East Central 3 runs on 7 hits with 3 errors. As Jeske squares around to bunt and takes a called strike. Ouachita 5 runs on 6 hits, 1 error. The 1 run for Ouachita that came in the bottom of the 5th was from Joseph Boland. The 0-1 pitch outside. Breaking ball misses the zone. Joseph Boland hit a high fly ball to deep left center field. And there was a collision between Tyler Akers and Christian Fernandez of East Central. The ball glanced off of them and rolled into center field, and obviously Boland was going to be able to make it home. The Ouachita defense with the 2-strike approach shifts to the right side of the opposite way. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Austin Bagnall has his first strikeout of the game. This is game 2 of the 3-game series. Ouachita won yesterday 6-2. They're trying to hold on to this lead to win the series. East Central trying to mount a comeback and force a rubber game later this afternoon. Shimkus to the plate in the 8-hole, 0 for 2. Flew out to Cesar both times. The 1-0 pitch. Pop up in the infield. David Bull drifts back just on the grass. Calls off Mendeville, makes the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. So uneventful inning for Austin Bagnall as he makes quick work of East Central in the 6th. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base. We go to the bottom of the 6th for the Tigers. 9-1-2. Reese McWilliams will lead it off when we return on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network presented by Taylor King Law.
I've heard people say Ouachita.
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 Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Ouachita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Ouachita.
Ouachita. Ouachita.
How would you pronounce it?
Ouachita.
Ouachita.
It's Ouachita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Ouachita, people. It's Ouachita.
Ouachita.
I'm attorney Taylor King. For years, you've heard us say we'll be on your side, by your side.
I'm attorney Austin King. At Taylor King Law, we stand by that promise.
And I'm attorney Maggie King Davis. I'm proud to be a part of a team of dedicated professionals who are prepared
to be on your side and by your side when you need us most.
If you've been injured, contact the Taylor King Law Firm.
And we and more will be on your side, by your side.
Bottom of the 6th inning, Dombrowski on for another inning of relief. He's really done a good job in quieting the Ouachita bats. He's kind of had command. The hardest hit ball was from Joseph Bolin last half inning. Reese McWilliams leads things off for the Tigers. High fly ball to left field. Fernandez drifts back, but it's going to be in front of the track. And Christian Fernandez makes the catch for the first out of the inning, retiring McWilliams on the F7. Back to the top of the order for Cesar. 1 for 2 with a walk. Walton scored in the first. Grounded out to second in the second. Singleton was stranded in the fourth. Square around a bunt. Takes a called strike one. Cesar, the 6'2", 185-pound junior from Fort Worth, Texas. Product of Timber Creek and Eastern Arizona. One hopper right into the glove of Strickland at first. That's the second 3 unassisted turn for East Central. David Bull at Ouachita has had 2 as well. So 4 ground balls to the first baseman induced by the pitchers today. Speaking of pitchers, in the 7th inning, we'll have a former Ouachita pitcher join us who had a tremendous career as a Tiger. Had a few strikeouts along the way. The 1-0 pitch. Bowman, a high fly ball deep to left field, and Fernandez is going to turn around and watch that one fly over the fence. Cade Bowman let a little frustration out on that one as he jumped all over that inside offering from Dombrowski. Christian Fernandez turned the hips, took 2 steps, and stopped as the ball kept going, and Cade Bowman makes his way around the bases for a solo home run. Now, are we going to have the umpires talk about him flipping the bat? Come on, surely not, guys. All right, the umpires are visiting there at the left of the screen. That's a warning. That's a warning for flipping the bat. So, Cade Bowman with a 2-out solo home run gives the Tigers a 6-3 lead. The umpires get together, and a warning for the light bat flip. David Bull to the plate now. Bull turned on that one, but just got under it, found it back out of play. Again, the Tigers yesterday on the mound got a complete game win from Chase Oberly. His first complete game, and he sure was wanting to get that, the 3 outs in the 9th. Bull wanted that one as well and fouled it back to the net. So no balls, 2 strikes. It's a hot shot into left field, a 2-out single from David Bull. It was a hard hit ball from Bull. He's 2 for 4 today. RBI single in the first. And a 2-out single here in the 6th. So Bolin comes to the plate. He had the hot shot to left center that resulted in the collision, ended up being an inside the park home run. There's a lot of room in left center field as the center fielder Akers is playing pretty much straight up, maybe shaded a couple of steps towards right field. Dombrowski's velocity almost not the same as he was when he came. I don't have a radar gun in front of me. It's just by observation. It may just because he took some off of that one. He could come back here with this one and blow it by Bolin and make a fool out of me. Throw back to Bull. Bull is 6'4", 215. He's the first baseman, but he's also the team leader in stolen bases, 6 for 6. Probably a combination of speed and surely not from the defense. 1-0 pitch is low for ball 2. Another throw back to Bull. Nice job by Strickland of coming off the bag as that one was to the fair side of first base. A 2-0 pitch. Fastball right down the plate. Heard the pop of the glove on that one. A 2-1 pitch catches the zone, the breaking ball for strike 2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The runner goes. Ball 3, and it's another stolen base, and that's 7 on the season. So another RBI opportunity for Bolin. He's got 2 on the day. Bolin, is that one going to get down? It is. They're going to send Bull. Akers with a throw is going to be up the line, and it is a 2-out RBI single from Joseph Bolin. I guess technically it was down. It was up the line if you're throwing towards first base, but way up the line towards first base. And so Bull scores. It's another RBI single from Joseph Bolin. He's got 3 RBIs in the game. Connor Hill to the plate now. Another solid hit ball after the Tigers couldn't really do anything with Dombrowski in the first, 2.5 innings. It was that shot from Bolin to left field that was left center field that was kind of the hardest hit, the first hard hit ball. And here in his third full inning of work, the Tigers have been able to get a couple of base knocks off of Dombrowski. The 0-1 pitch taken for a called strike 2. Hope you're with us in the 7th inning as As long as technology allows, we'll have a visit with former Tiger pitcher Cooper Timmons. He was a teammate with Chase Oberly. Not very many guys on the roster that he was a teammate with. Swing and a miss. And Connor Hill is retired on the strikeout. But there are a couple of base coaches, Bo Burson, Talon Heine, Reese McWilliams out there, as well as Joseph Bolin. But the Ouachita Tigers do get 2 runs in the bottom of the 6th and got all 3 of those back that East Central got in the 4th. We go to the 7th inning. 7-3 Ouachita. Back to the Rab after this timeout.
If you want to win in every arena of college life, go D2. Make it yours.
I'm Attorney Taylor King. For years, you've heard us say we'll be on your side, by your side.
I'm Attorney Austin King. At Taylor King Law, we stand by that promise.
And I'm attorney Maggie King Davis. I'm proud to be a part of a team of dedicated professionals who are prepared
to be on your side and by your side when you need us most.
If you've been injured, contact the Taylor King Law Firm.
And we, and more, will be on your side, by your side.
Welcome back to Rab Rogers Field. Top of the 7th. Ouachita with a 7-3 lead. Austin Bagnall on for his first full inning of work as we are joined by former Tiger pitcher Cooper Timmons. I didn't even ask where you are. Where are you joining us from, Cooper?
I am currently sitting at my house in Maumelle.
You're sitting at your house.
Just about an hour north of you.
I got you. Up around Little Rock, North Little Rock. But Cooper, thanks for joining us. I was talking when I brought you on as we start the top of the 7th inning. Ouachita leading East Central 7-3. It'll be 9-1-2 for East Central. Donovan Noble leading off for East Central to Austin Bagnall. Evens the count at 1-1. It's kind of different now, I guess, for you keeping up with the Ouachita baseball as some of these names are new, and it's kind of different watching it from that angle, I would guess.
Yeah, it's definitely quite a bit different. I'm starting to lose all my buddies that I used to play with.
Yeah, now your buddies are
that number is dwindling down.
They're in the coaching boxes now. Talon Heine at first base and Bo Burson at third base. Big swing and a miss on a breaking ball from Bagnall. Retires Noble. That's a big out for the Tigers. You got a double and a triple today. Does Donovan Noble. Cooper, the strikeout leader for Ouachita baseball. As you look at, you played with Chase Oberly 1 year when Chase was first in the program. As Akers comes up to the plate at the top of the order, he had a complete game win yesterday. You had several of those game 1 starts that were huge for your program. What do you think was going through Chase's mind yesterday as he wanted to come back out for that 9th and finally finish one out, knowing that and you were in this spot a lot. You knew that game 1 of a series was huge for your team in the GAC race.
Yeah, I mean, I know that he was definitely, I'm sure he was feeling some nerves because I've talked to him a couple times about it, that he's never gotten to fully complete a game like that. But whenever your game 1 guy can go out there and give your pitching staff a lot of innings and save your bullpen arms for the rest of the weekend, that just makes the world of difference because everybody can stay fresh for those games 2 and 3. But really just setting the table and getting the momentum rolling after a big game 1 like that can really change the weekend for your entire team.
Visiting with Cooper Timmons, former Tiger pitcher, the strikeout king. I think our graphic when you were approaching that was strikeout king, and where you got cute and highlighted the K. There's a ring 'em up fastball in the inside corner from Bagnall. Is the second strikeout of the inning. That sends Tyler Akers back to the box. Take us back to some of those memories. I remember particularly a win in the regional at Central Missouri where it was an 8-versus-1 game, and you pitched an absolute gem. It was actually on my Cooper's birthday, and so I have a picture of the two Coopers together. But what are some of your best memories of on-the-field action from your time at Ouachita?
I mean, on the field, that's definitely one of them because as a team, we felt like we didn't necessarily deserve to make it to a regional.
Yeah, that was when everybody had already turned their stuff in and gone home after graduation, right?
Right. I think there was maybe 3 or 4 of us that were still hanging around Arkadelphia. Everybody else had already made it home, and we got the call back to come find a way to get up to Missouri, and we took about the oldest beat-up bus you could possibly imagine.
I think someone had already – was it Gotro that had already gotten rid of his shoes and had to find some other shoes? I think I remember a story about something like that. But
I think you're right. I think he had thrown all of his cleats and shoes away, so he had to borrow a couple pairs.
But you got up there and had absolutely nothing to lose as 2 out, a fly ball from Fernandez, a line drive to Cade Bowman for the 3rd out. We'll stay here with Cooper Timmons between innings. But you got up there, and we'll have a little 7th inning stretch music in the background. That'll be nice. You got up there, and you said, we got nothing to lose, so we might as well go take advantage of it, and you did on the mound that night. So I know that's one of the biggest the fun memories. But also talk about the memories you have with teammates and the relationships you build in this type of program under Coach Howard.
I mean, the long-lasting relationships that I made with some of the guys that I played with are seriously just going to last forever. I mean, some of the best friends I ever made are still some of the best friends I'll have for the rest of my life. Just to name a couple, C.W. Schrader, Hayden Childers, Cade Burris, we all lived together and roomed together from freshman year through pretty much our 5th year of baseball, all playing together. And just that culture that we had built and the relationships that we all got to grow were just absolutely amazing, and I could never ask for anything more than what we got.
In an era of college athletics that is, sees its fair share of transfers at all sports, it says a lot when you do have players stick around 5 years like you guys, or guys who transfer in and stick around to finish out their careers. It says something about the culture that Coach Howard and Coach Brown have built over their time here. It seems like it's something that players want to be a part of.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's one of those things, if you can stay and play 4 or 5 years with a program, I mean, you just build so many deeper and better relationships with guys. If you're only around them for 1 or 2 years, you're just not going to be able to build that same culture, that same relationship with all your guys. And it's just a lot different world that guys are playing in now.
All right, take us through as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Octavio Mendeville leads things off for Ouachita, trying to add to this 4-run lead in the 9-inning game, trying to win Game 2 and the series. Octavio Mendeville leads things off 6-7-8. Take us through that the last season when you broke the strikeout record. A lot of times, when you're in the moment, players say, it's just another game. Coaches aren't thinking about that type of stuff. But you can be honest with it. The statute of limitations is up. Surely that's something that players keep up with, and maybe not in the moment, but know you're somewhere close. What do you remember about that day where you ended up, that weekend where you ended up breaking the strikeout record?
Well, I do remember that the week before, so about those last 5 or 6 games leading up to it, I would have a sticky note in my locker telling me how many I had left. I was one of those guys, I didn't care if I knew how many it was. I felt like my mental game was strong enough. But I remember the week before I broke it, we were at an away game, and I've never talked to Coach Howard about this, but I think he might have pulled me when I was 1 away so I didn't break it on the road.
That's pretty good.
I think there might be a chance that happened, but I remember that next week I only needed 1 more.
Ryan Strickland wades into foul territory and makes the catch before he hits the cinder block wall. Tell us what you're doing now. What is the Cooper Timmons the adult doing now? Can we call it that? Cooper Timmons the adult? Sure.
Cooper Timmons the adult is not having nearly as much fun as he was in college, but I am into medical device sales, working in surgery, selling orthopedic implants.
All right, living in Maumelle with your wife Meg, and as we have a breaking ball from Reagan Yeager stepping to the plate, 7-hole hitter with the Tigers leading 7-3. And I know that some of you guys like to try to come back when you get out of school and you get jobs and families and marriages. Schedules are busy and you're not able to get down. But I remember you guys came back last year and it seemed like you just once you come back, you're able to kind of forget that it's been a year or two and you just hop right back into the mode of being with those teammates. It seemed like last year when you guys were here.
Yeah, I mean, it's, those lifelong lasting memories, they all just kind of flood right back into you, and it feels like you're, a kid again when we all get to come back together.
Hey, I can tell you that even happens after 30 years, not just 1.5 or 2. So, but Reagan Yeager retired on the strikeout for the second out of the inning. Put yourself, give the fans at home an idea of what you're preparing for as a player here in the second week of GAC schedule. Again, visiting with Cooper Timmons. We got another out with him before we go to the end of the 7th. But what are the players? What kind of mindset and frame of mind are they getting in as far as the pitchers? How far are they feeling like they can go, especially when you don't have very many non-conference games? What's your mindset as a pitcher as you train for a season?
I mean, at this point, this early in the year, guys still don't really know what they got yet. Coaches don't know what their players have. It's all pretty much just give it all you got and see how long you can keep the ball in your hands. And I think that's pretty much every pitcher's mindset. Everybody wants to throw as much as they can. But, I mean, this early in the season, you never really know what you got. So
talk about sorry, cut you off there. Talk about Coach Brown a little bit, your relationship with Coach Brown. I know he was excited, and he and Chase had talked after the 8th inning yesterday about him going out, and I think Coach Brown wanted that for Chase as much as Chase wanted it. Talk about your working with Coach Dave Brown, the pitching coach, while you were here at Ouachita.
I mean, working with Coach Brown was unbelievable. He's such a great guy, and he truly wants the absolute best out of every individual on that team. It doesn't even matter if it's a pitcher or not. He might be the pitching coach, but he wants the absolute best outcome, best result, and best process.
I'm going to interrupt you. This is the 8th hole, and you got a pitcher at bat right now. Austin Bagnall has run the count full, and that's why we kind of heard the Bronx cheer from the bullpen. 3-2, and he draws a walk, and that brings the bullpen and the Ouachita dugout to their feet. How about the pitcher getting the AB, Cooper?
Man, I fought Coach Howard so many times trying to get in that bat.
I don't know
I wasn't as good as Dustin Bermudez.
Yes, that's right. Bermudez the shortstop, the Swiss Army knife shortstop and relief pitcher. I guess that's when you're a relief pitcher and they pinch hit for you. You do get a chance to go up to the plate, and there I just see Bagnall give a big wave to the bullpen. Well, Cooper, I appreciate you hopping on with us. Hope you'll be able to come back sometime this spring as the Tigers are 7-2, have a relatively new group, but a couple of vets back there with Boland and McWilliams and Chase kind of anchoring it, but it's been a fun team to watch. Hope you'll be able to come join us sometime this spring.
Absolutely, will do.
All right, Cooper Timmons, thanks for joining us from Maumelle, the former Tiger pitcher. Cooper, have a great one. We'll talk to you later.
Yes, sir. Y'all too. Thanks.
All right, thanks to Cooper for joining us. The strikeout leader at Ouachita history, Cooper Timmons, joins us during the 7th inning. Austin Bagnall drew the 2-out walk, and Reese McWilliams grounds out to second base for the 3rd out of the inning. So Ouachita leads by 4 as we head to the 8th. Bagnall, since he was at the plate, he'll come back to the mound, try to protect this 4-run lead when we come back after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network presented by Taylor King Law.
I'm Rex Horn, the Interim Executive Director of the Arkansas Baptist State Convention, and today I'm joined by my friend Dylan, who's an attorney with the Arkansas Baptist Foundation with an important word for you.
The foundation is here to help you support your Ouachita Tigers. If you'd like to create an estate plan that supports Ouachita and its mission or learn about other giving opportunities, please contact us using the information below.
Whether you realize it or not, you see the work of bats and signs all around Arkadelphia. When you see the Badger equipment trailer on the way to a Badger game, Bats and Signs did that. When you're watching the Badgers, Tigers, or Reddies and see the signage that just really makes their facilities pop, Bats and Signs did that too. You see the signage in downtown Arkadelphia, on the campuses of Ouachita and Henderson, or the sign in your neighbor's yard supporting a candidate or their favorite Badger? Yep, Bats and Sign did that too. Longtime residents and supporters of all things Arkadelphia called Mark, Jared, Chris, or Ryan at Bats and Signs today to see what they can do for you.
Austin Bagnall does come out for the top of the 8th inning. The Java Primo game recap. East Central 3 runs on 8 hits, 3 errors. Ouachita 7 runs on 9 hits, 1 error. Bagnall stayed at the plate while we were on the phone with Cooper Timmons, so I heard the dugout cheering at every ball, and then Bagnall worked a full count walk. Bagnall will face in the 8th inning. It's the 4, 5, 6 hitters for East Central. Ryan Strickland, Blake Seafelt, Price Jackson. Tigers need 6 outs to win the series. East Central trying to put something together. Strickland gets his 2nd base hit in a row. And the leadoff batter is on for East Central. There is some action in the East Central bullpen. There's so many players down there that you just have to watch for the ones that don't have their warm-up top on. Blake Seafelt to the plate for East Central. Swing and a miss at the 1-0 pitch. Also a little bit of action in the Ouachita bullpen. Some players milling around. Looks like Andrew Hayden has grabbed a ball and looks like he might start loosening. 1-1 pitch. That's a high fly ball to left field. Connor Hill gives chase, and he's going to run out of room. And that is a 2-run homer for Blake Seafelt. And so just like that, East Central has cut the lead in half, making it interesting here in the 8th inning as we have ourselves a ball game. It was only 4 runs anyway, and so that's cut in half. So here we go. No outs, and East Central has already gotten 2 across on the 2-run homer from Seafelt. Price Jackson has reached base 2 of his 3 plate appearances. He was hit by a pitch in the 2nd. Reached on a fielder's choice and scored in the 4th. Flew out to right field in the 6th. There's a little bit of energy in that East Central dugout now. The 0-1 pitch is a breaking ball that fools Jackson. Quickly the count is 0-2. Bagnall will try to lock back in. The Ouachita defense shifts to the opposite field. That's a check swing. Bagnall has to come off the mound. Nice throw across the diamond too. Boy, that's a nice play by Austin Bagnall. Price Jackson frustrated as he tried to check his swing, and it just kind of came a little bit off the handle. And several check swings today that have resulted in, had a couple that were a base hit. That check swing ended up in the 1-3 putout. So Logan Jeske to the plate. That breaking ball fooled him badly as he was a long way away from that one. Fastball high, 1-1. Ouachita would love to hold at least a 2-run, well, have the Lead be at least 2. Big swing and a miss on the breaking ball. Jeske just not seeing it. The 1-2 pitch coming from Austin Bagnall. Hot shot off the mound. Reese McWilliams plays on the short hop, and a throw across to Bull is in time. That's a nice defensive play from Reese McWilliams, playing it off the mound, then off the short hop. Use the momentum to throw the ball to Bull for the second out of the inning.
Pitch hitting for East Central, number 32, Joey Allen.
So Joey Allen will pinch hit for East Central. Yesterday, Allen got to start at DH, no hits and 4 at-bats. Try to go the righty on lefty matchup here. Pinch hitting for Mason Shimkus. We'll see who East Central brings in to catch the bottom of the 8th. The 1-0 pitch catches the outside part of the plate for strike 1. Bagnall's 1-1 offering is low. Nice breaking ball on the inside, and nothing Allen could do with that one but turn on it and pull it down the line well foul. The only other catcher listed on the roster as only a catcher is D'Angelo Morales. We'll see who they do send in to catch. The 2-2 pitch, ball 3. Shimkus and Morales, the only 2 catchers listed, and Shimkus was pinch hit for here. The 3-2, outside, ball 4. So Joey Allen draws a 2-out pinch hit walk.
Now batting shortstop, number 3, Donovan Noble.
Donovan Noble to the plate. He's been the dangerous one today from the 9-hole. A double and a triple. 2 for 3. Popped him up. That'll stay on the infield. Bagnall calls everybody off, helps his own cause, and takes care of that one himself. So East Central does get 2 with nobody out. Blake Seafelt, a 2-run homer, 2 runs on 2 hits. There were no Ouachita errors and 1 runner left on base. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Ouachita try to add some insurance before the 9th. They lead by 2. Try to add to it when we come back after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
At Berry & Turnage, we specialize in bringing the law to your corner. We are dedicated to understanding what results you want and to helping you understand what actions we can take on your behalf. With over 30 years of experience and a proven track record of success, Berry & Turnage is here to lead you down a path to the results you need. We will work with you every step of the way to make sure that you understand the choices you are making and feel empowered to make them. Berry & Turnage. Serious injuries require serious attorneys.
That's a timeout on betting. It completely changed the game, and you didn't even notice. Let me break it down for you. Betting ads are applying full court pressure and getting you to play the game. Many of you are falling for it and losing big money. Addiction is happening in some more than others. Now players are getting harassed by bettors. And we all know that's not how the game is won. So it's on us to be good teammates and draw the line to stay ahead of betting consequences.
D'Angelo Morales is the new catcher for East Central. Morales, a 5'9" graduate student from Dallas, Texas. Transfer from Seminole State College. He comes in after Mason Shimkus was pinch hit for by Joey Allen. Dombrowski back on the mound for East Central. He'll face the top of the order, Jaron Caesar, Cade Bowman, David Bull. Dombrowski, 4 1/3 innings pitched, 71 pitches in relief of Grayson Christian. So score updates. Southeastern Oklahoma trailing 3-0 exploded for 7 runs in the 6th inning as Caesar has a 2-hopper to Strickland. Another 3 unassisted. That's the second time Caesar has done that. So Southeastern Oklahoma got 7 runs in the 6th and 3 in the 7th, and now the Savage Storm leads Henderson State 10-3 in the top of the 8th inning. So Southeastern trying to win the series. We're going to have a new pitcher as Dombrowski's day is done. He did a nice job. Ouachita just managed a few hits off of him. 5 hits, 4 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, all 3 earned, 1 walk and 4 strikeouts. But he really helped his team's cause there in the 4th inning when he came in with 2 on and 2 out and got East Central out of that jam and stranded 2 Ouachita runners to keep the Tigers at a 4-0 lead. That turned into 3 runs for East Central in the top of the 4th. And so that job by Dombrowski of minimizing the damage was huge. The new pitcher for East Central is Caleb Peak. We'll tell you about Peak and tell you about his numbers when we come back after this quick timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network presented by Taylor King Law.
At Capital Technology Group, we make your technology our priority. Our team of experts can become your outsourced IT department, solving problems even before you know about them. We provide and maintain everything from servers and network infrastructure to printers and digital copiers. As a family business with over 80 years of history in Little Rock, you can trust Capital Technology Group to be your business technology partner. If you're ready to get your IT in order, visit captg.com and sign up for a free consultation.
The new pitcher for East Central, as we mentioned before the break, Caleb Peak, a 6'1" junior righty from Sand Springs, Oklahoma, transfer from Coffeyville Community College. On the season, he is one of those 23 East Central pitchers who have seen action. This will be his 5th appearance. All have come in relief. He's pitched 7 2/3 innings. 10 hits, 8 runs, 7 of those earned, 6 walks, 7 strikeouts. Has given up 2 doubles and 2 home runs, and opponents are batting .303 off of Caleb Peak, the junior righty. So he inherits nobody on base as Cade Bowman is. They wanted Dombrowski. Figure they want Dombrowski to get a lefty-on-lefty matchup, and now Bowman the righty-on-righty, especially in a 2-run game. Cade Bowman had a solo home run in the 6th. That's going to be a base hit into left field. Cade Bowman gets another hit. 1-out single to left. Bowman. Upped his average the last 2 at bats. Bowman came into the weekend batting right at .400. He's one of the hottest hitters. He's 1 for 3 yesterday, 2 for 4 today. On base, 2 for 4 with a walk. Has scored 2 runs, so good day for Bowman. Bull, also a successful day. 2 for 4. 2 singles to left field. He's also scored twice and had an RBI. Big cut at that one. Count is even. We're on 2.5 hours of this game 1. Still another one to come, a 7-inning game to come. After this one, a throwback over to Bowman. He gets safely under the tag. Nice job behind the plate from Morales in his first inning of work after Mason Shimkus had caught the previous 16 innings, all 9 yesterday, 7 today. He was pinch hit for by Joey Allen, so Morales in the game. Nice stop of that short hop. Another throw back over, Bowman in safely. Gave you the Henderson State update. Arkansas Tech leads Northwestern 8-5 in the top of the 8th. The 2-1 pitch to Bull. That'll be foul and out of play down the right field line. Inside out swing there from Bull. So the Wonder Boys lead the Rangers 8-5 in the top of the 8th. Not sure if the stats are working in the... That's a high fly ball to deep left field. Fernandez going to turn around and watch that one go over the fence as well. David Bull turns on that one and gets the 2 runs back for the Tigers that East Central got in the top half of the inning. 3rd homer of the year. David Bull adds some insurance. We'll have a fun time in the dugout there with Cesar, and 2 more in the 9th. David Bull. That was a no-doubter, just like Bowman's was in the previous inning, in the 6th inning rather. We go to Joseph Bolin. So the Tiger offense needed to, as Bolin, it's a high inside strike. The Ouachita offense needed to, sure would have enjoyed getting a couple back, and they do. A couple of insurance runs on the one swing of the bat from David Bull. The 0-1 pitch to Bolin. Breaking ball. Catches the plate for strike 2. Bolin stays alive, fouls that one back. Joseph Bolin 3 for 4. 2 RBI singles and an inside the park homer after the collision in the 5th inning. Bolin batting .364 on the season now. Jammed, and that looks like it might get out of play. It does. Nice hustle by Strickland to try to make the catch. Was not able to. Fastball wasted by Peak. Bolin stays alive again. Later this afternoon, we'll try to bring you up to speed on other things happening in the world of Ouachita athletics. The Tiger Sharp men's swimming and diving team were in first place going into the final day of the NSISC championships today in Pensacola, Florida. Keep you up to date on them. Ouachita basketball teams are in Shawnee, Oklahoma, playing Oklahoma Baptist. Softball team in Ada, facing East Central. The 2-2 pitch misses just high and outside for ball 3. Ouachita, they're already in the second game of the doubleheader. The 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and Bolin is retired for only the second time today. That's the second out of the inning. In the top of the first in game 2 of the doubleheader, game 3 of the series, Ouachita got 5 runs in the top of the first, and they lead East Central 5-0. No, they're still batting in the top of the first. Jordan Merritt had a triple, RBI triple. scoring Elena Lyle, who had doubled, a bases loaded double, scoring Emily Reed, Morgan Ewer, and Jesselyn Aarons. So a big first inning for the Tiger softball team in Game 2. Connor Hill down in the count 1-2 with 2 outs. The 1-2 pitch is inside. We mentioned that Ouachita won the series opener in softball yesterday in Ada, 9-5. And Hill has run the count full. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Connor Hill is retired for the 3rd out of the inning. But Ouachita does get 2 runs on 2 hits, no East Central errors, nobody left on base. We go to the top of the 9th. Austin Bagnall out. Tigers trying to close it out and win the series when we come back to the Rab after this timeout.
On campuses nationwide, the NCAA is making transformative changes for student athletes. While they pursue their biggest dreams, we're launching new initiatives to help them. Life-changing education opportunities are just the start. The NCAA is providing enhanced mental health services. We're guaranteeing scholarships and tuition and expanding access to healthcare. Visit ncaa.org/change to learn more.
I'm Rex Horn, the Interim Executive Director of the Arkansas Baptist State Convention, and today I'm joined by my friend Dylan, who's an attorney with the Arkansas Baptist Foundation, with an important word for you.
The foundation is here to help you support your Ouachita Tigers. If you'd like to create an estate plan that supports Ouachita and its mission, or learn about other giving opportunities, please contact us using the information below.
Gabe Sipes in the game for Ouachita in left field. He's the only defensive substitution as Austin Bagnall comes back out with Ouachita leading 9-5. Trying to hold on to that in the top of the 9th. We mentioned softball. They were leading 5-0 in Game 2. East Central did come from behind and score 2 runs in the bottom of the 7th of Game 1 to win 6-5. So this is the rubber match in Ada. With Ouachita leading 5-0. Mentioned the Ouachita basketball teams are in Shawnee. They are tied 59-59 with 50 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Ouachita and Oklahoma Baptist in the women's game. It's the top of the order for East Central. Tyler Akers. Looks like we have a pinch hitter for East Central on decks, Max Tremblay. Tremblay got the start in left field yesterday. The 0-2 pitch, ground ball through the hole on the right side between second base bag and where Octavio Mendeville was playing. So it's a leadoff single to right center field for Akers. And now pinch hitting for East Central will be Max Tremblay.
Pinch hitting for East Central, number 34, Max Tremblay.
Tremblay batting .359 on the season. First AB today. Got the start yesterday in left field. Mentioned he was 1 for 3 with a walk. Did strike out 1 time. Bagnell misses outside for ball one. A little courtesy throw over from Bagnell, forcing Akers to dive back in. Breaking ball misses just inside for ball two. So now, Ouachita leads by 4, but nobody out here in the top of the 9th. After a Tyler Akers leadoff single, the runner goes. The throw down from Bolin is to the left field side of the bag, and Akers looked like he was going to try to make it to third, but he stumbled. Had to dive back to the bag. And the count, the 3-0 pitch missed for ball 4. So now, first and second, nobody out. The tying run is on deck, and that'll bring a visit from head coach Luke Howard. And it looks like we are going to have a new pitcher for Ouachita as Bagnell's taking the device off. And we'll talk about the new pitcher. It's going to be Andrew Hayden. He'll try to come in and close this one out for Ouachita when we come back after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network presented by Taylor King Law.
I've heard people say Ouachita.
Ouachita.
Achita.
Ouachita. Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Ouachita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Ouachita.
Ouachita. Ouachita.
How would you pronounce it?
Ouachita.
Ouachita.
It's Ouachita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Ouachita, people. It's Ouachita.
Ouachita.
Owned by OBU alumni, Java Primo is the official coffee house of Ouachita Tiger football. At Java Primo, amazing coffee is just the beginning. Try our great options at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and don't forget about our amazing desserts. Also, shop Java Primo's gift selection 24/7 online at javaprimo.com.
Go Tigers! Go Tigers!
Andrew Hayden is the new pitcher for Ouachita, the right-handed pitcher from Lone Oak, Texas, the junior. This will be the 5th appearance for Hayden, all in relief. 7 innings pitched, 9 hits, 6 runs, all earned. Struck out 3 and walked 7. He'll try to shut down this East Central rally in the top of the 9th. 2 runners on, nobody out. I mentioned basketball being played in Shawnee, Oklahoma. It was tied 59-59. Ouachita called for a foul with 2 seconds left. And looked like Oklahoma Baptist hit one of the 2 free throws to take a 60-59 lead in the last seconds of that one. Andrew Hayden will face Christian Fernandez and Ryan Strickland. Hayden saw 1 2/3 innings of work Tuesday in a win against Harding. Gave up 1 hit, struck out 3, didn't walk any. It's one of the reasons that Coach Brown, Dave Brown, the pitching coach, and head coach Luke Howard were glad that Ouachita played on Thursday and Friday last week instead of Friday and Saturday. They were able to use that midweek game to get a little bit of work out of some of the guys who needed it. Hayden was one of those. And so now with the tying run in the top of the 9th on deck, Andrew Hayden comes on with runners on first and second, nobody out to face Fernandez, who's 0 for 4. Wild pitch will allow the runners to advance. And with nobody out, they were not going to send Akers from third. So the double play is not in order anymore. A ground ball can most likely only get you one, whereas it could have gotten you two, as the runners advance on the wild pitch. Those two runs would be charged to Bagnall, but now Fernandez is looking to try to cut this lead in half with one base hit. It's big swing and a miss. Hayden kept that one down in the zone. 4 strike one. The 1-1 pitch, same result. Swing and a miss, strike two. Did he check his swing? He did not. He is no need for an appeal. The home plate umpire is the one that rung him up on that one. Bolin applies the tag. Not much protest there from Fernandez as well either. And so Andrew Hayden gets sometimes it's the toughest one. The first one, of course, the third one's even tougher, but that's a big strikeout by Hayden. And now Strickland to the plate. The 1-0 pitch is roped down the left field line and foul into that ball probably won't be used anymore. It was a direct hit into the fence and then spun into the warning track. Count is even 1-1. It's a big game for both these teams. Ouachita could win the series. East Central trying to force the rubber match. Fouled out of play. 1-2. Hayden trying to keep the tying runner on deck. It's a shot just off the top of the glove of Octavio Mendeville. One run will score. They're going to hold the runner at third. The throw is a nice one in from Cesar. And so the lead is now 9-6. Tyler Akers comes home to score. Tremblay advances to third. Strickland is at first with an RBI single. Strickland has had hits in his last 3 at-bats, so he's kind of broken out of his funk. So now Hayden would love to throw a ground ball. Blake Seafelt had a double and scored in the 4th. Had a 2-run homer in the 8th. He does that here, and we're tied. Same swing as the 8th. We are tied at 9. Ground ball could end it. One pitch could be the difference in this one. The 0-1 pitch is outside. Bolin does a nice job of stopping that one. Count is 1-1. Top of the 9th, 1 out. Tying run is at the plate now for East Central. Andrew Hayden to Blake Seafelt. Swing and a miss. The runner will advance to second. So the double play is no longer in order. Strickland advance on the wild pitch. The count is now 1-2. Now he's trying to keep the go-ahead run from coming to the plate. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him on the breaking ball. The momentum shifts in the inning have been drastic. East Central had all the momentum early. Hayden's retired 2 via the strikeout, and it's up to Price Jackson to get it to the next guy. Looking for his first hit of the day. Reached and scored on a fielder's choice in the 4th. Hit by pitch in the 2nd. Ground ball to McWilliams. Backhands it. Strong throw over to Bull, and that is a Ouachita winner. That is a Game 2 winner and a series win for Ouachita. Save for Andrew Hayden, and the Tigers win 9-6.
Ouachita 9, East Central 6. Fans, we'd like you to stick around. Game number 3.
The Tigers of Ouachita win the series by winning Game 1 yesterday and the first one of Game 2 today. The Chicken Express game recap. The line score for East Central, 6 runs on 12 hits, 3 errors. For the Ouachita Tigers, 9 runs on 11 hits, 1 error. Tigers got a couple of home runs today. David Bull had a 2-run bomb. Cade Bowman had a solo shot. Joseph Bolin had an inside the Parker after a collision between Fernandez and Akers in left field. All in all, a big game for the Tigers to come out with the win in Game 1 of today's doubleheader. Reese Torini went 5 innings for the Tigers. Austin Bagnall came in, and then Andrew Hayden came in for the save. And Ouachita wins 9-6. That'll wrap up the broadcast for Game 1. We'll be back for Game 3 of the series, Game 2 of today's doubleheader, in about 20 to 30 minutes on OSDN.live. We hope you join us. For the students of OSDN, Gavin Wallace, Kate Perrin, Josiah Wooten, and Millie Babb, we thank you for joining us today as Ouachita wins Game 2. We'll be back in about 30 minutes for Game 3 on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network presented by Taylor King Law.
Hi, everybody. This is John Fanta with Fox Sports and the Big East Digital Network.
Hi, this is Brad Sham, voice of the Dallas Cowboys.
I'm Nicole Auerbach.
Kevin Kugler of Westwood One.
Hi, everybody. It's Pete Pranica of the Memphis Grizzlies and Fox Sports Southeast.
Hi, this is Chuck Swirsky with the Chicago Bulls, our flagship station, 670 The Score.
This is Kyle Peterson with ESPN. This is Tom Barnett, ESPN and the SEC Network. Thanks for tuning in to the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.